Kusan, and welcome to a new episode of Konnakol 2020, the series in which I show you, practice, or teach you something about Konnakol every day of the year. I am Carlitos from Slovenia, and this is episode 80. I can barely believe that. I remember when it was episode 40 and that was a lot, but yep, we have come to episode 80, which means that this is the episode for March the 20th. Yes, that's correct. 80 years in 80 years. Sometimes it feels like it's 80 years. No, 80 days into the year. And this is what I have prepared for you today. KitathakaTharikita ThomTha Ki-Na Thom KitathakaTharikitaThomTha 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 Ki-Na Thom KitathakaTharikitaThomKitathakaTharikitaThom That was Korvai in Talam, rendered in Chaturashra Nadai, that is 4 units or subdivisions per beat. And I must tell you that I searched for a long time into my collection of compositions because I was trying to look for something that would, in a way, resemble or relate to the number 80. And this particular Korvai is interesting, quite unique in my collection, in that in total it has 160 aksharas, which makes it 5 avartanams in this particular subdivision that we did today, right? Because it's 32 subdivisions per cycle, and 32 times 5 is 160. But what happens when you subdivide the number 160 in 40? Why 40? Well, 40 is the number of aksharas in one cycle of Aditalam in Kandanadai. And if you don't know exactly what I mean by that, you can always go back and check out episode 63 of this series, which is called Dive into Nadai, in which I explain all this. So, coming back to this, 160 aksharas. It means that it can be fit into Kandanadai as well. It means that this Korvai can be recited in both Chaturashra and Kandanadai, just like the Korvai I showed you yesterday and the day before. So I thought that would be a nice way of, in a way, remembering the number 80. In terms of structure, it's very simple. It has, as always, 4 lines, and the first 3 go as follows. The first line is 5, 6, 7, and then a 20. And this phrase 5, 6, 7, which together, of course, is 18, we are going to repeat at the beginning of all 3 lines. So this phrase is KitathakaTharikita ThomThaKitathakaTharikita ThomThaThaKitathakaTharikita, which means that we take the phrase 4, 5 as our home, KitathakaTharikita, and then we precede it with a ta to create the 6, and with ta to create the 7. If you've been following this series, you know already, or you have a good guess, that the number 20 is going to be our phrase for 5, Thom-Dhi Ki-Na, expanded so that each syllable lasts 4 beats, because 5 times 4 is 20. And you would also know that the 15 is nothing but the same phrase for 5, expanded so that each syllable lasts 3, and with 10 the same, each syllable lasting 2. So top to bottom we have Ta-Dhi Ki-Na Thom for 20, Ta-Dhi Ki-Na Thom for 15, and Ta-Dhi Ki-Na Thom for 10. Then the last line is a tirmanam, a classic tirmanam, that on the other hand is not that classic, because even though it's super known, this structure of 5-5-5, a gap, 5-5-5, a gap, and 5-5-5. This is not that common, in that the gap in between actually lasts 8 beats. Then you don't see that so often, and I think this is one of these characteristics, this specialities of this Korvai that makes it fit in both Chaturashra Nadai and Kandanadai, right? Because in a way you need to make it last this unusual number of aksharas, 160. So how do we do this 5-5-5? Well, just like we did the other 5s. KitathakaTharikita ThomKitathakaTharikita for the first 5s, and then for the pause 4, 8, we simply do Dhim, Dhim, And that's it. And so, as always, I'm going to recite this again, but slightly slower and preceded with half a cycle of Adi talam, so you can get a sense of where the tempo is. So, whenever you're ready, we go. Taka dimi, taka juno, taka dimi, taka juno, KitathakaTharikita ThomTha KitathakaTharikita ThomDhi Ki-Na Thom KitathakaTharikita ThomThaKitathakaTharikita ThomDhi Ki-Na Thom KitathakaTharikita ThomThaKitathakaTharikita ThomDhi Ki-Na Thom KitathakaTharikita ThomKitathakaTharikita 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 ThomDhi KitathakaTharikita ThomKitathakaTharikita ThomKitathakaTharikita. So you need to pay special attention to, in the Tirmanam, to the second and third times when you repeat the 555, because it all falls differently than you would expect. But this is typical for Tirmanams of this kind. Anyway, that's all for today. Thanks a lot for watching. If you have any questions, doubts, comments, or corrections, please use the comment box down here. And you are welcome, as always, to like my Facebook page and like my YouTube channel so that more people will hear about this crazy project that I'm doing every day in times of the pandemic. Yay! Anyway, it wasn't a pandemic when we started, so I was, in a way, ahead of our times when it came to recording at home. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. Again, I have been Carlitos from Slovenia, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.